Warhawks. And Warhawks.
No.
Meet in the center.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
He was pretty sure he killed the alpha, so that's why we called the Zebrome Alpha. It wasn't. I killed the alpha.
Right. No, I heard you saying it, and I was like, well, we have Charlie too.
You guys will appreciate this, I think.
I thought we got that killed.
Whatever they did, they fixed that lane to Charlie, because I've been saying all day they can't touch me there. They got me that time.
That's good.
Well, technically, guys. Wasn't on the brake.
Nice.
You didn't get shot on the brake, did you?
Yes, that's right.
On the very brake? Okay. Yeah, well, it wasn't a lane per se. It was, but it was a running gun.
Okay.
A running gun.
Awesome, man. Hey, I'm
Warhawks!
whatever they did to kill me, good. Because that's what.
No, just come right here. Eddie, if you gotta go, do your thing. All right.
Because on this field, having that Charlie before the other team is.
Now this is gonna help
not
Wiley
cookie
understand
on
what I was
your
doing too. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys on a little secret. All right. You know how they've been working the snake? Trying to figure that out. I said no. We're throwing all assets D side. We're gonna hold the snake. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to hold the snake?
Yeah.
So I'm throwing them and making them play the game that they have the assets in place to do.
Okay.
Then I told you guys, hey,
Can't
no
bump forward.
secondary moves until it's G2.
Right.
Right? Because you guys have been regular ninjas on this field today because we're not zoning up. So what happened is, what's very interesting is I just exposed a hole of the savages, which was this. We made a great run. What happens when you don't make it?
Well, he didn't. I didn't.
Right. So, all right. So, what was the goal? Besides the fact that hey, you're not allowed to move until it's D2. What should have been the goal? What was the goal?
The goal
Communication.
was to get that D side and contain the snake while we push.
Okay,
Now,
so
get
I did
the
a
cross shot-
great
get the-
job holding me in.
So
Get the
time out.
cross shot on the snake.
So remember we talked about this. Don't get too far ahead of ourselves.
Mhm.
So we talked about this. Plans are great till that what?
The piece goes
Till
down.
that punch, right?
Yeah.
So the first punch comes. Boom! You get smacked in the face. He's out. Right?
Yes, sir.
So what's the next job? Whose job is it if the job is to contain snake and still push the D side? So what happens there? Based off where we were.
No, with the slingshot next time. Okay. Next time that
But
happens, you
but
do
they
the
couldn't
back
move though.
Hang on. You can't
So we
move.
couldn't move.
You can't move.
to the- That's right, because of the G.
Right? So help me out. If we know that we can't move, this is where I expect you guys to do a little bit of crystal balling.
Okay.
We know we can't move until it's G2. That tells me the clock is our friend. Right? It tells me
Take it easy.
we're trying to kill the clock. Let's zone up. Guess what you guys did?
Oh no, you got me.
You created.
Don't break it. No, oh no.
When he dies, your whole job is contain the snake side. What did we leave open?
The middle.
The middle. Guess where most of the kills came from?
Rod coming up in the
The middle.
Alright, so if I know I've got to kill the clock and I can't move until it's G2 because I don't want to do that, I need to make sure my game plan includes zoning up on certain things. So we committed, we said, you know what? Screw it. Ah, boy, Charlie! Because they haven't stopped me, watch this! Aha! Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Right? So what happens is Charlie's dead. Okay, Charlie's dead, but you continued to play the match as if there was no threat.
We didn't audible.
You did an audible, right? So what do we do at that point? So now what's going to happen? Who's got the ball actually in there?
He did. Me and him did.
That's right.
Me and
Y'all had that
did,
ball.
Yeah.
Right. So, but is it moving or is it communicating the fact that we lost Charlie? Now we've got to cross this up because where can the push come from?
The snake now.
Right. And
And the center.
right. And since we had lost assets here, saying because when we lost, I guess you
Cobra.
guys call it Cobra. You guys call it Cobra too. Lost the Cobra. Uh-oh. That's one gun. So what? It just became an island reel, didn't it?
Yeah. And I told Chris.
He told me, he said they're gonna be coming up the
I
center.
said he's going to be coming up the center, Chris.
And they come out outside of the center, but
He
yeah.
was still. He
Well,
still
Rod
did.
played it.
Rod played it very well.
Rod played it very smart.
That's right, he's very patient.
He
moved
was
in there
he
slow.
read it right. He used his height.
Right.
Right. A lot of you guys were in stand-up bunkers, but you were doing this.
Yep.
So that means you can't see over a bunker. Yes, you can.
He can.
He can. Right. So now he sees the lay of the land, sees that path of least resistance. and he does the damage. He doesn't even have to get both of you. He just got to get one of you.
One of me. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew I had at least 3 guys.
Because you had 3 guys
Eddie,
behind
I
you,
did
now
not
makes
know
it
if
a
it was
3-on-1.
alive or not.
Yeah.
So,
Right?
That
and I knew it was
sacrifice.
G2, so that would have been a minimum of G3. I did not know whether Cobra was completely dead till I stepped out, but I knew he couldn't shoot me because I came right here.
Liked it. Surprised me.
Can we get painted? Yes.
I'm sitting there watching the right
However,
side.
these guys are now backing.
Alright,
So-
yeah,
we're gonna start doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing
closouts.
I'll sit the next one. I need a
We're gonna start doing closeouts. We'll do some 4-on-3s, some 4-on-2s. Right?
that sounds good.
I'm happy with what I saw. I'm happy with what I saw. You guys know what I saw over here.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this does not mean, well, you guys know. We got one play.
Yeah.
have decided that you guys now officially.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, hey, we learned an important lesson right there, right? Is that going to happen again?
You can't learn a lesson by winning all day.
That's right.
You said that
There it
earlier.
is. We learned
Trust
an
me, with
important
these
lesson.
guys,
Okay, we had this
It
game
ain't
plan.
gonna happen again.
We're not moving until we get at least G2. Why
Try
would
not
we
to.
tell ourselves we're not moving until we get G2? So we don't start throwing sharks in the water, right?
Right.
Okay, we don't want a feeding frenzy. We're trying to use the clock to our advantage. We're up 4-2. There's 2 minutes and a half on the clock, right?
It happened to us at the tournament, guys, where we had to.
You just have to
we
hold
sat there, we had to
45,
stop
a minute and a half
all I had to
on
do
the
was
And we're
clock.
like, let's go step on the gas and go get them.
Nah, let's sit on the bus.
And I don't have a problem with that. I like that. Unless it's this kind of field
and it can change.
and it can change, right? I'm going to zone up like a guy that
That zones up.
has that zone up. Right? So what I'm getting at is, yeah, I might launch that one asset. I'm going to launch that one asset, see if it pays off, right? Because there's a minute and a half, we'll launch him. Hey, he made it. Wonderful. If he didn't, I want to make sure my 4 guys are controlling very specific zones.
Uh-huh.
We didn't have plan B.
There it is. What happens if he doesn't make it?
We didn't have plan B, guys. Like that was a definite push, and we were just
Yeah,
so
definitely
keyed
did.
on me making it because we've been making it for the
I
last 2
had a
practices.
plan B, but I couldn't move until we had a kill 2.
Right.
Because I had the Cobra in, I could have bounced to red, and I could have locked down the entire field.
So here's another problem. It sounds like we got 0 KOBs.
Yep. We didn't
It was.
get KOBs.
That is correct.
That hurt.
Again, well, and that's what we were talking about
They did get one.
about versus Justin making that run and me making that run. I feel like we're taking away a big gun if my gun's not up off the break.
Right. Right.
All right, now we're thinking about where we need to put our strengths. I like this.
Well, no, this is what we do.
have
like,
a
'cause,
nice
I'm
big
not the
toolbox.
Yeah, we definitely have a skeleton crew.
We have a big skeleton.